A manga author has predicted that a massive tsunami-related disaster is going to hit Japan on July 5th, 2025. Now, this has caused significant anxiety and even a substantial drop in tourism in places like Japan and Hong Kong. So I am not going to bury the lead. No one can predict earthquakes or tsunamis for that matter. So why has this idea taken hold? Well, it's because that people believe that this author prophesized the 2011 Tohoku Oki earthquake and disaster. That was the magnitude 9.2 and the subsequent big tsunami that caused incredible amounts of damage. So let's talk about a few things. First, Japan is one of the most seismically active places in the world. There's more than 100,000 earthquakes that are recorded there every single year. Places around Japan in the Pacific Rim also extremely seismically active. There are actually like a shocking number of large earthquakes that happen there, and that's just normal everyday business. So if I personally was going to choose a place to predict an earthquake, that would be a really good spot. That doesn't mean that I can actually predict earthquakes. That means that I'm choosing a place where a lot of earthquakes happen. Now let's talk about predictions and prophecies. Remember Nostradamus and the 1999 doomsday, the world's going to end prediction? What about the Mayan 2012, the world is going to end thing? Still here. There are literally tens of thousands of earthquake predictions every single year. Huge doomsday, society collapsing, world breaking types of scenarios. There are entire social media accounts dedicated to doing this every day, every week, predicting enormous earthquakes in urban areas that are going to cause death and destruction. Here we are. If you do it enough, eventually you're going to guess right. That doesn't mean you can predict earthquakes. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. That doesn't mean it's telling the time. Earthquake predictions are also a really good example of survivorship bias. And this is a cognitive bias where we tend to remember the successful scenarios and we forget about all of the other ones that were incorrect. And so is there going to be a massive tsunami and earthquake that impacts Japan and the Pacific Rim on July 5th, 2025? Maybe it's possible, but it's not any more likely that day than on any other